However, tonight's continuation will see proud singer Heather become entangled in a race row while tackling the ancient 780 kilometers path across northern Spain. While traveling from the region of Navarre to the start of the final 100 kilometers in Galicia, Heather, who is joined by Debbie McGee, Neil Morrissey, Ed Byrne, Kate Bodley, J.J. Chalmers and Raphael Rowe, will be seen to face a confrontation with a volunteer and storm out of a monastery. Followed closely by her supportive group. Speaking about the incident for the very first time, Heather exclusively told Express.co.uk and other press, "You know, you meet people and they are genuinely interested or curious about who you are. Whoever you are and whatever you look like." Earlier in the day I had met an older gentleman who must have been in his 70s. And he was really curious about me and asking me where I came from, and he was a little bit tactile and I was fine with that. I was totally fine with that because it was a genuine interest in me. But then we went to the monastery and there was a man there who, he wasn't interested in me per se. What he saw was my color. And only my color. And he'd made assumptions and decisions about me that was only due to the color of my skin. Heather, 53. Went on to add that despite storming out of the monastery, she wasn't offended by the volunteers' questioning, but didn't want to stay in his company after calling him out. She continued, "I could tell by the way he was speaking to me," which was very different to the older gentleman who had never left his village, had never seen somebody like me up close and personal. It was totally different. It was the same experience that they'd not seen or met someone like me. But their approach was totally different. People always ask, "How do you know?" But when you're being treated as other, you always know. I could see that the way he was dealing with a very fair Kate, and then he'd look at me and it wasn't quite the same way. And he said to me specifically, "Where do you come from?" And I told him. He said, "Oh, I only know fair-skinned people and fair-haired people from that region." Meaning, you know, he was trying to offend me. But I didn't take offense in the way that he thought I would. I just called him out. Heather revealed her appreciation that the rest of the celebrities backed her up and supported her on the journey. "We've been doing the walk and you feel like you've made this bond." For me, that was the moment that made me realize that I definitely made that bond. I think I'd said, "We've been with Heather for days and she doesn't have a chip on her shoulder. She's fun-loving, and if she says that she's been offended, then I know she has been offended." I liked that because he was affirming me as a person, and the whole group were like, "Yeah, she's alright." Pilgrimage, The Road to Santiago continues tonight on BBC Two at 9 p.m.